Good day, everyone. My name is Ali Mahmoud Bazambo, and today I'll be presenting on international conflict resolution in the digital age. This presentation forms part of my declared doctoral coursework in educational administration and explores the critical intersection of diplomacy, technology, and ethical governance in managing global conflicts. I will examine the evolution of mediation techniques, the strategic role of third-party interventions, the challenges posed by misinformation, and the growing influence of artificial intelligence. I invite you to reflect with me on how these tools and challenges shape the prospects of international peace. Starting with the introduction. In today's globalized world, international conflicts are rarely confined to geographical borders. They now span across cultures, economics, and digital platforms, often becoming more complex and harder to resolve. From regional civil wars to geopolitical standoffs, successful conflict resolutions requires a combination of traditional diplomacy and cutting-edge technologies. This presentation explores 5 core research questions. Number 1, what mediation techniques are most effective today? Number 2, how do third-party actors influence conflict outcomes? Number 3, what are the proven strategies for achieving lasting peace? Number 4, in what ways does misinformation hinder peace building? And lastly, how does artificial intelligence and its ethical implication shape conflicts and resolution in the modern age? To start with, mediation techniques. Mediation has long been a trusted approach in resolving international conflicts. Interest-based negotiations, unlike positioning bargaining, aims to identify shared interests and facilitate a win-win solutions. One famous example is the Camp David Accords between Egypt and Israel, mediated by President of the United States of America then, Jimmy Carter. In cases where direct communication is not possible, subtle diplomacy becomes vital, as used by Henry Kissinger in Middle East peace negotiations. Track 1 diplomacy is led by official state actors, but it is increasingly complemented by Track 2 initiatives, where respected scholars, religion leaders, or even civil society actors engage in information discussion to build trust. These tracks often operate in tandem to bridge the gap between hostility and negotiations. Cultural sensitivity is also crucial. Failure to understand local norms has derailed many well-intentioned peace missions. Third-party interventions. Third-party interventions are pivotal in reshaping conflict dynamics. Neutral facilitators such as the United Nations or regional organizations like the ECOWAS and the African Union help de-escalate violence and maintain peace agreements. Their impact depends on 3 critical elements: the credibility, the leverage, and the timing. For instance, the United Nations intervention in Sierra Leone helped stabilize the post-Civil War environment through peacekeeping and disarmament campaigns. Similarly, the African Union's mediation in Sudan played a central role in 2005 comprehensive peace agreement. It is worth noting that third parties must maintain impartiality if they are seen as biased or self-interested. They risk delegitimizing the entire peace process. Effective strategies for resolution. Achieving sustainable peace involves more than a ceasefire. Long-term strategies include confidence-building measures, transitional justice, and inclusive dialogues. Confidence building may involve mutual disarmament, security assurance, or even joint development projects. Transitional justice tools like Truth and Reconciliation Commissions are seen in South Africa help societies heal from past atrocities. The Good Friday Agreement of 1998 is a landmark example. It ended 3 decades of conflicts in Northern Ireland, largely due to inclusive dialogue, community engagement, and the constructive role played by external mediators, especially the United States of America and the European Union. Ultimately, these strategies are most effective when adopted to the specific historical, cultural, and political context of the conflicts. Misinformation and polarization. Misinformation is one of the most pressing challenges in modern conflict resolution. In an age of social media, disinformation campaigns can rapidly polarize communities, inflame hostilities, and undermine diplomatic efforts. Take the Russia and Ukraine conflicts, for example. Both state-sponsored and decentralized actors have used online platforms to spread competing narratives. This not only sways public opinion, but also shapes international diplomatic responses. Peace builders must now factor in digital ecosystem. Even well-negotiated agreements can collapse under the weight of viral falsehood. This is why conflict resolution today cannot be separated from information integrity. Countering misinformation. Responding to digital threats requires systematic multi-level action. Governments are partnering with platforms to regulate content and remove dangerous information. Civil society organizations such as the International Fact-Checking Network and African Check work to verify claims and educate the public. Media literacy programs in schools and communities teach individuals how to critically analyze online content. One promising approach is the use of early warning system that detects narrative manipulation before it escalates into violence. An example is the Peace Tech Lab, which analyzes social media trends to prevent outbreaks of electoral violence in Africa. These responses emphasize preventing overreaction and highlighting the role of trust as a currency in peace building. Artificial intelligence in conflict resolution. Artificial intelligence has opened new frontiers for conflict analysis and resolution. Through predictive analytics, AI can access thousands of variables, from troop movements to weather patterns, to forecast where conflicts might emerge. These insights are being used by institutions like the United Nations and the European Union. Artificial intelligence-powered translation services reduces language barriers in multi-stakeholder negotiations. Chatbots and online platforms such as build-up or online dispute resolution systems are facilitating access to justice in remote or politically unstable areas. Another innovative application is stakeholder mapping. Artificial intelligence can process large data sets to reveal who holds influence, what their interests are, and how they relate to others. This can help mediators craft more targeted and inclusive peace process. Ethical implications of artificial intelligence. Despite these opportunities, artificial intelligence also brings ethical dilemmas. Algorithm bias, whether racial, cultural, or gender-based, can replicate inequalities. For example, an AI trained on biased data may favor dominant narratives while including marginalized voices. Surveillance technology, on the other hand, especially when used under the guise of peacekeeping, can lead to privacy violations and even state repression. Moreover, the lack of transparency in artificial intelligence decision, often termed the black box problem, raises questions of accountability. To address this issue, several scholars and institutions have called for ethical frameworks in artificial intelligence governance. These include the principles of fairness, transparency, data protection, and human oversight. Technology must serve peace, but not the other way around. In conclusion, international conflict resolution has entered a new era, one that blends diplomacy, technology, and ethics. Traditional mediation and third-party efforts remain essential, but they must must evolve as like digital misinformation and artificial intelligence. Ultimately, peace depends not just on tools, but on people, on leaders, institutions, and communities that are willing to invest in dialogue, truth, and justice. Let us continue to explore these interdisciplinary solutions with integrity and vision, ensuring that our approaches to peace building remain both principled and effective in the digital age. For the references of this presentation is grounded in scholarly research and real-world case studies. I have done from works such as Bakovich and Austin studies on mediation behavior, Satmar's theory of ripeness, Eppel's research on conflict modeling, Payne's scholarship on artificial intelligence and fairness, and other sources on the internet. All sources are cited in APA 7th edition style, and you may refer to the final slide for a comprehensive list. Thank you for your attention and have a good day.